Kristen Levine here from Pet Living with a possum alternative to feeding your pet a raw food diet. Some experts will tell you that feeding your pet a raw food diet is the optimum nutrition, but not a lot of us have the time or the patience to feed raw. It's complicated, you've got to know what you're doing, it's messy, it's expensive, and it's time consuming. So if you're looking for a raw food alternative with the simplicity of feeding like a dry food, this is a review about ZIWI. ZIWI is premium pet nutrition that captures all the goodness of a raw diet, but it delivers it in a form that's a dry food that's super easy to serve and convenient. Now, a couple things you should know. ZIWI is based in the beautiful island country of New Zealand, and they actually are the pioneers of air drying as a way to preserve pet food. Now, air drying goes back many, many centuries, but ZIWI has used the last 15 to 20 years to really perfect it and enhance the technology that is used in air drying pet food. Now, because of the nature of this process, it has to be made in small batches and it takes a lot of time for the air drying process to be complete. So that's why you don't see a lot of air dried options on the market. But not only are they the pioneer, but ZIWI is also the global leader in air dried pet nutrition today. So what do you need to know about air-dried pet nutrition? Well, ZIWI always selects superior ingredients. The reason they do that is because in New Zealand, there is a culture of respect for the land, the sea, and the animals that inhabit them. And they only partner with fishermen and with farmers who use ethical and sustainable practices in raising their livestock. So for example, the animals are all cared for humanely. They are grass-fed, grass-finished. There are no antibiotics, there are no hormones in the food, and they don't add fillers to kind of bulk up the food. So what you're getting is really top quality, 100% nutrition for your pet. Now, pet parents will like ZIWI for one of three different reasons. You can feed it in three different ways. First of all, it is a complete and balanced meal by itself. So you could choose to just feed ZIWI to your cat or dog. It comes in these convenient little squares. Kind of looks like chocolate chip squares. And it is a perfectly complete and balanced diet. Also, you can feed it as a topper. So this is how my dog Tulip eats it. She's got her kibble here, and then we take the scoop that comes in the bag and we just sprinkle some of the ZIWI on top. I usually mix it up a little. And this is a great way to give your pet added nutrition to their normal diet, whether you're feeding kibble, canned, farm fresh frozen, dehydrated, or any of the probably dozen ways that pet foods come today. So not only does it increase the nutritional value of your pet's food, but it also makes it taste fabulous. And then the third way you can feed ZIWI is through a treat. So like I said, these little squares are super convenient as treats, whether you're training your dog how to do basic obedience or a trick or something like that. For little dogs, I like them because they easily break in half, so you don't end up overfeeding your pet these treats. And you can also freeze some with a little peanut butter in a Kong and save it as a special treat for your dog once in a while when you need a toy that will keep them, or not a toy, but a treat that'll keep them busy for a while. So those are the three different ways that you can feed ZIWI. Now let's talk about nutrition. I think this is really important for everybody to understand because it's one of the things that sets ZIWI apart from other pet food brands. Every ingredient is chosen to deliver optimum nutrition. Because they only partner with farmers and fishermen that practice sustainable and ethical and humane practices, you can be sure that the sourcing of the food and the ingredients is top-notch, and you can feel really good about feeding it to your pets. One of the other things I wanted to point out is they use healthy proteins like chicken, mackerel, venison, lamb, just to name a few in their dog and cat recipes. And then in addition to the protein, they also add some ingredients that are native to New Zealand, like organic kelp, which is rich in vitamins and minerals. They also add green-lipped mussel, which is a natural source of omega-3s, glucosamine, and chondroitin. It's a complete and balanced diet that's going to support your pet's healthy skin and coat, joint mobility, and also their heart health. Now, ZIWI is also known to be famous for a solution for your picky eater. And I think it's because their recipes are 96% meat, bone, and organ. So all that combined together with the organic kelp and the green lip mussel, that really makes for a delicious, tasty meal for your pet and really helps them kind of tap into their inner predator. You can find ZIWI at a local pet supply store, or you can buy it online. Just visit ZIWIPets.com. You'll find a convenient store locator there, as well as a feeding calculator to help you decide how much ZIWI you should feed your pet. Hey, thanks so much for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more pet product reviews, helpful tips, and pet living advice. You can also check out my blog at KristenLevine.com.